This is the guy who collected millions of euros from Gaddafi that year. I mean, millions of euros. His name is Nicolas Sarkozy, a former French president, I think from 2007 to 2011. Now, if I missed it, just correct me. All right. He was known to be this flamboyant president. He led an expensive lifestyle. In fact, they said his campaign was one of the most expensive. He used that money from Gaddafi, you know, to foot that. What happened? When Gaddafi was facing pressure from US and then subsequently the Obama regime, he ran to Nicolas Sarkozy and was asking for help, you know, and the guy promised to be of help to him. I'm going to talk to the US or on the world stage. I will tell them that you are not what they call you. And then for that, in exchange, he collected millions of euros. And then you know the story, right? In the end, what happened? Gaddafi was still humiliated, was still deleted, just like a chicken, you know. And he continued with his lifestyle. But some of the Gaddafi's circle, his friends, who knew exactly what happened, were aggrieved about that. So they decided to leak the document that, hey, this guy collected money from Gaddafi. He's a corrupt person. He denied it, but then the evidence were overwhelming. So he was sentenced to, to 5 years prison term. The sentence was read in September this year. But as their corruption will have it, I almost said as God will have it, he was released just 20 days. That was yesterday. So you can start the counting 20 days backward. You know when he was sentenced to prison. So he has been released yesterday, Monday, being 10th November 2025. They set him free. Though not completely free. They said, he has been appealing. In fact, the first time he appealed after the sentence, he was sent to prison. Okay, and then they said no, he this time around he has been released because he has appealed, or that he's too old. He's 70 years old, and he's not feeling fine. In fact, the prison guard said that the VIP treatment was overwhelming. That for the first time they saw a prisoner with a security guard in the prison. They saw a prisoner with his private apartment. They saw a prisoner who had a phone, who could make calls and all of that. His party members are saying this particular release is legal, that they follow the process. 20 days of 5 years term. They said with 2 years suspended. I don't know what that means. Anyway, you can help me with that. Do you understand? And Sarkozy is saying no, that I am innocent. My innocence is going to, set me free. I'll go through this. They follow the process. This only shows that I was never wrong in the first place with all the evidence. The court is saying that it is because he's old and he has been behaving very well. Sarkozy is saying, no, I was released because I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong. And the public is now crying that if this guy was a baker, what do you think will happen? Would he receive this kind of preferential treatment? Now, the point is this is corruption in France, well exposed. So you can imagine what he did if he could collect such an amount of money from Gaddafi. Imagine what he did to Niger. Imagine what he did to Mali. Can you imagine what he did to Burkina Faso? Imagine what he did to Cameroon. Imagine what they've done to the African countries. These are people who don't see us as anything, but they come around to say they want to help us. You need to know things like this, that these guys are not free from corruption. They are not innocent. They're not angels. They're not better than us. So that when next they look at you and call you corrupt, remind them that they're the masters. Anyway, this is what Bivan knows. What do you know?